everybody, welcome back to Baseline Farms. My name is Jade. So it has been a little while since I have done a garden tour, and I just wanted to give you an update as to what is happening on the farm, what we've been doing, what is growing in the garden, and how everything's doing in the garden. So it is spring. So yesterday and today have been the two warmest days. I want to say it has been in the 80s, about 82 or 85, somewhere around there today. It was hot. But it's always like that, you know, we got to get acclimated to this weather. So here in this little garden bed, right here, this is a little square garden bed, excuse me, that it's just kind of a smorgasbord of stuff. So I have like a little strawberry patch right here, a little strawberry plant right there. And then I have just a few carrots in here that I thought I'd just sprinkle some carrots in there. And then I have some beets. And then another little patch of carrots right there, and then some broccoli. Now, I did plant broccoli pretty early in the season, and then I haven't really harvested any, because when we did start getting the broccoli, we just got really busy with work, and I didn't have time to come and harvest it, and so then it went to seed. It just started flowering, because we ended up having some warm weather, and the weather has been just, you know, up and down. But right now, it has been nice. So we are just planting away, So let me just share with you what is happening in the other garden beds. So over here in this garden bed, we have some more carrots. We have a whole bunch of carrots right here. And last year, I planted carrots pretty early in the season, and I was harvesting carrots way early, like in the winter time. But this year, I kind of planted carrots a little later, and I was harvesting carrots now. So note to self, I'm going to go ahead and plant the seeds way earlier so that I can have carrots, you know, all through the winter season, because they do do well in the cold weather, and we didn't really have a really hard frost or that many days of weather temperatures under 30 degrees. So that's really good. But yeah, this is how the carrots are doing. So in this garden bed, I have some carrots on this side, then I have the garlic that's looking really good, and then the spinach right over here. So that is really exciting. And we have been harvesting this spinach, and what I've been doing is just taking it and freezing it. And we've been eating a lot of it, so that's okay. So right over here, we have our strawberries, and look at that. Our first couple little red strawberries right there. So there is a bunch of strawberries here in this little garden patch of strawberries, and I cannot wait to get more of these strawberries, because right over there in that garden bed there are a ton. So as you can see, we have some green bunching onions right in here, and my goal is to make this whole garden bed one big strawberry patch. So we have a ton of strawberries right in there that are doing fantastic. So that's amazing. And then we have our lemongrass that's doing awesome. And then over here, this is the garden bed that I planted the asparagus. And then we also have all of these Jerusalem artichokes, also known as sunchokes. And you know, John and I were trying to, you know, got the tractor in here, and we're trying to pull out all of these Jerusalem artichokes, but there's no way. There is no way. Plus, after I pickled them, they are so delicious. So I kind of just don't mind having them in the garden bed now that they're already established. But I don't know how the asparagus are going to do in this garden bed. There are actually a couple of them popping up. I have one right here and one right there. And you know, the package says that it's going to take about 2 years to actually get some asparagus. So I'm sure that's just, you know, I have no idea. I've never grown it, so I'm not sure what that is. But I know it's not this Jerusalem artichokes, because it's exactly where I planted the asparagus at. But here behind me, these big leafy plants are artichokes, and they are so easy to grow. At least for me, they were so easy to grow. I just popped the seed in there. I used the whole package. And yeah, they're growing, and I popped them everywhere. I have them here, I have them in some other garden beds, and they're producing so many. I did give 2 of them away, but let me show you. Look at that. Doesn't that look so pretty? Look at that. And then I have a couple of them right over here. Look at that. That's looking so good. That one right there. And then we have another one right there. So many. This is just 2 plants. So look at that. And I have cut down the bottom leaves just so that to, you know, clear out the bottom, because I had so many snails and they're like climbing up the stalk. So I'm taking care of all the snails. I have not seen any snails, thank goodness, because that was just, and that was hard for me to figure out because they came out at night. All right, so look at this, blackberries. You guys, I think we're gonna get a bunch of blackberries. Look at that. So I did put this little twine around it, and I'm hoping that we're gonna get a bunch of blackberries because that's gonna be super exciting. So now let me share with you what is happening on the trellis. All right, so the super snappy peas never grew up the trellis, because not only did we have some yes, we did have some caterpillar damage, but we had some snail damage in the beginning at the very bottom, and then a caterpillar. One caterpillar did all of this damage. Let me show you how bad this caterpillar, it was taking out this plant, but let me show you what it looks like. Do you see all of those chewed up leaves right there? Like all of these. It literally took off the tops of the super snappy peas, and yeah, just chewed them all up. Look at this. Look at that. So this would have been over the top, but then this caterpillar, one caterpillar, literally chomped down everything. So that's as far as it's gotten, and I'm still hoping that it's gonna, you know, grow over the top, but I'm not even too sure. I should just start planting some pole beans now, but these super snappy peas are so delicious. Look how good they look. Look at that. Amazing. There's so many. So I usually will harvest them when they're about this size right here, and I could use that for stir fry. Or you can let them get bigger like this and get some little baby peas and little sweet peas. So yeah, that is how the super snappy pea is doing. They're producing, but I wish I knew that there was a caterpillar, because it was coming out at night and John is the one that found it. So there you go. So that's what's happening with the super snappy peas. So over here in this garden bed, which is sharing with the super snappy peas, is the same garden bed that I had the super snappy peas in. We have some potatoes. So these are the potatoes. Look at that. Look at that. That is so amazing. So in this garden bed, I just planted a bunch of potatoes, red potatoes, and I cannot wait to harvest potatoes. Last year was my first year ever harvesting potatoes or planting potatoes. And it was so easy, and we had such an abundance of potatoes. Matter of fact, this is some of them. So some of these potatoes I did save, and I popped them right into the garden bed. And then there were some other ones that I just kind of popped in the backside that I just got from the supermarket. So this is how the potato patch is doing. It's doing fantastic, and I cannot wait to harvest some potatoes because they're really delicious. They're so flavorful. It's like everything that I have grown in the garden tastes so delicious. It's almost like when I was a kid, how vegetables used to taste when I was a kid. It had so much flavor, just like the eggs. The eggs are so flavorful. So I'm so excited to try out some of these red potatoes. So let me share with you what's happening with the raspberry bush. Here it is. It's looking really good. Look at that. We do have a cluster of flowers on the back side of this raspberry bush, but I'm really hoping that we get some raspberries and some blackberries. And I did fertilize them early spring with this berry tone, and I just kind of topped it off with some compost and, you know, did a little fertilizer, and that's pretty much it, and watered it. So this is how the raspberry is doing, and I cannot wait to get some raspberries. I mean, if this is a season for me to get some raspberries and some blackberries and some strawberries, oh my goodness, I'm just going to be in heaven. So this garden bed right here, I do not have anything planted yet because the soil was kind of low, and John just picked up a whole dump truck full of mushroom compost. So within the next couple days, I'm going to be working here in the garden and putting all this mushroom compost in the garden and leveling out the garden beds. But look at this, another artichoke. This is one artichoke plant, and there's 3 artichokes on there. Oh, there's a little baby one right in here. They're so cute. Do you see the little guy? Let me show you. Let me give you a really good look at this little cute little baby. Look at that little guy. So cute. So yeah, this one has 4 artichokes on that, just one plant. Amazing. All right, so over here we have some more artichokes. There's like 13 artichokes on this plant, and there's 4 plants in this garden bed, but 13 artichokes. Isn't that amazing? That is so amazing. And you know what? The ones that I have planted in the ground are doing fantastic. So I'm really thinking about just planting a few more artichokes in the garden, because I think that would be such a great thing to have at the farmer's market, and they're so easy to grow. So I'm excited to maybe get a few more artichoke plants planted here and there, and then have them for my farm stand. So right over here in this garden bed, along with the artichokes, we had the girls plant some kale. So they did a really heavy seeding of kale right in through this area, and it's doing pretty good. So this one I'm probably going to have to thin out a little bit. But I'm not a big fan of kale. It's kind of, every time I've tasted kale, it always seemed a little bitter to me. So I'm really excited to see what it tastes like if I were to grow it from seed. And maybe if I harvest it early, maybe it's not going to be bitter. So I'm excited for that. And then all this is all the garlic. And I cannot wait to harvest the garlic. Because last year when I harvested all of that garlic, it was so delicious, and it was so... the flavor was so robust. Okay, you guys, I am so excited about this. The Myers lemon. The Myers lemon is giving us some lemons. Look at this little guy. He has so many lemons on there. Do you see that? So many. There's so many blossoms on this Myers lemon that I am really excited. I cannot wait to see how it's gonna look. I mean, it's kind of tiny, so I don't know. It seems like a lot of blossoms for such a small little plant. So I hope it, I don't know, I hope it does well. Maybe I'm just gonna get these small little lemons. I don't know, but either way, I'm excited. I'm excited because I have been waiting so long to get some sort of fruit from that plant that I thought it was some sort of ornamental plant. All right, so here we have some more spinach right in this area. And this is, it's called mammoth spinach, or something like that, a mammoth spinach. But I thought those would be good for like a lettuce wrap. So yeah, they're doing so fantastic. And you know, I did have some more popping up, but the snails took them out. And then right over here we have some yellow onions. And then on the other side, this side is the side that did really well as far as the spinach goes. Like, it is just full all the way through, and it looks so good. And it's so, oh, so delicious. It's so, I don't know how meaty. It's just very meaty. So right over here we have a couple of garden beds right in here. And what I'm thinking about doing with these 2 garden beds is first take out one of the trellises from this garden bed right here. I'm just going to take out one of the trellises and leave one side with the trellis so I could plant some whatever, pole beans, eggplant, anything that needs some trellising. And then leave the other side open so that way I can have a big space to plant other things, like short, not as tall, I guess. What would you say? I could plant some cucumber. I could plant bush beans. I could plant, so cucumber on one side, bush beans on the other side, and then I could start a little row of some spinach, which is going to be fast growing, or some carrots. What else can I start? There's a bunch of things. Some squash. You can also do some squash. So in one side of the garden beds, I could probably do about 3 or 4 squash plants. and probably put some eggplant on one side. So there's just so many possibilities that you can do in the garden. And then over there in that garden bed, I have some more garlic. So let me show you how the seedlings are doing. So I have switched up the garden just a little bit. I don't know if you noticed. I moved the table around. But these are all of my tomatoes, and they look like they need a little fertilizer. It's time. So those are all the seedlings that I have. And then I have some more seedlings on another table that a cousin brought over. So I'm excited. So those are some heirlooms and things like that. But then those are all my plants from all the job sites. And then we have been doing so much work. So out here we finally have some light. Look at that. Is that so exciting? So we have light now. We have light on the barn area right there, which we haven't had light out here in ever, never, never. So this is so exciting to be able to have some light in the back because, you know, it's just so dark out here. And so it is so nice to be able to see, you know, see. All right, so let me show you the two puppies. They're so stinking cute. One's named Val. Val. There's the little ones. That one right there is Val. And then this one right here is Mira. They're playing with the, like one of those little fake mice that make sounds. Where is she? There you are. Yeah, she's playing with one of those little mice that make sounds. So they're so stinking cute. And she's going to get so big. Mira's going to get so big. Look how cute she is. Hi, you guys. Oh my gosh. And then there's Hank right here. He's loving it. At first, he didn't know what to think, but now he loves them. They're so stinking cute. So many things. So we got light around the barn. It's time to start painting. I do want to... oh my gosh, so many projects. We need to repaint this fence, and then John thought it would be a good idea to like stain it with he read somewhere that you can use engine oil or old engine oil to stain it, and it's supposed to look nice. I don't know. We're gonna try it. I'm gonna try it on the handles of some wheelbarrow. Oh, and then I didn't even think I showed you, but John was at the dump just recently, and he saw some old wheelbarrows that they're dumping, so he brought them home because I thought it would be so cool to put them in the garden and put some herbs in there. So because I wanted to get some old vintage kind of wheelbarrows. They're not vintage, but they'll do. So here in the little garden, let me show you what is happening. Look at that. So I have a little color location right there. I put some what is it, alyssums and some begonias and some strawberries. So on both sides I have a little garden patch, and then yeah, so I did these little mounds right in here, and I have some flowers already planted. This is some calendulas, this is some red statice, but you can't really see it because it's kind of dark. And then we have some zinnias right here, and then these right there, aren't those so beautiful? Those are just some colors that I'm going to put around the house and some of the containers that I have here. Then we have some more statice right in here. And then we have, I forgot the name of these right in there. But I believe those are like little white flowers. And then we have some bachelor buttons. And I forgot what the name of those are. But that is what is happening in the little garden. So many things. And then that guy right there is having a birthday tomorrow. So he is going to be 49. Big 49-year-old. So that's exciting. So that is what is happening on the farm. We got some puppies. The chickens. I did not get any baby chicks because I am swimming in eggs right now. And we just had so many things to do. And I'm still debating whether or not I want to get some baby chickens. But I do need to teach these little puppies how to deal with the baby chicks. So I might just get a couple and yeah, just to train these pups, to not kill them. So that's pretty much it. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.